Welcome to Prelude to Ulysses. I've dubbed this Alex reads little things, shorter parts of things that I read. Got this one in the mail. You Better Be Lightning by Andrea Gibson. I went to go this summer see someone play cello that I liked. Her name's Zoe Keating. And she was amazing. I thought Andrea Gibson was a piano player for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. But she's actually a poet, and great performance. So I got her book for someone else, but we're going to just go ahead and read it because Christmas present just already missed that. All right, so it's a signed copy too. What a sweet, cool present. For Manny, when I'm riding on the handlebars, out of the pitch dark, your light is pedaling. Okay, this is a long title. Acceptance speech after setting the world record. Yeah, no, I wasn't going to do this beforehand. This is where we're at. The world record in Goosebumps. UMPS. Acceptance speech after setting the world record in Goosebumps by Andrea Gibson. Not a pianist. Well, maybe she is, but I don't know. I never knew. Okay. I wasn't by any acceptance speech after setting the world record in Goosebumps. I wasn't by any means a natural. I was not one of those wow hounds born jaw-dropped. I was tough in the husk, went years untouched by rain, took shelter. Seriously, even and often, especially in good weather, my years like teenagers hiding under the hoods of my eyes. So committed they were to never falling. For the joke of astonishment, when I was told there were 7 wonders of the world, I trusted the math, believed I had seen none of them. Of course, beauty hunted me. It hunts everyone, but I outran it. Hid in worry, regret, the promise of an afterlife or a week's end. Then one day in a red velvet theater in New Orleans, I watched Maya Angelou walk on stage. 17 slow steps to the mic. She took a breath before speaking, and I could hear God being born in that breath. My every pore reached out like a hand, pointing to the first unsinkable lotus in the bayou of the universe. I'd never felt anything like it. Searched the encyclopedia for the feelings' names when I got home. Goosebumps. Afterward, I thought, I can do this. Started training morning to night. Crowbar swinging like a pendulum at the wall of my chest, tore the caution tape off my life, and let everything touch it. Allen Iverson on the television in his first season with the Sixers, crossover sharp as a V of sparrows, flying through the paint like Michelangelo's brush. 333 goosebumps. My baby sister, sober for the first time in 13 years, calling me to tell me she just noticed our mother's eyes are green. 505 goosebumps. One day, my friend scores tickets to a Prince concert. Tiny venue. I was right behind the sound booth. Prince's entire band that evening, women. At the end of the show, the sound person turned around and whispered, he didn't play one song on his set list the whole night. I live on stages. I know what it is to scratch a plan, but not the whole trip and still arrive at your destination 200 years before your time. 421, artist formerly known as Goosebumps. But that's just the fancy stuff. Some of them came from simpler facts. It rains diamonds on Jupiter. 189 goosebumps. Blood donors in Sweden receive a thank you message when their blood is used. 301 Nordic goosebumps. One night in Ann Arbor, my friend, still undiagnosed, could not uncurl her fingers to strum her guitar, so she sang the chords instead. It was the first time in my life I'd seen pain become an instrument. 10 dozen goosebumps. For each and every note plucked from the string section of her refusal to silence her dream. After that, nothing in the world was gray. Even the movie of my past was released in color. The oldest man in my hometown could not get to the door to listen to our carols, so we went inside and sang at his bedside instead. 24 boots on the front step, catching snowflakes with their tongues. 776 goosebumps. At one point, everything started doing it. My sincere apology, 221 goosebumps. An enemy's love poem, 222 goosebumps. The moon rising over the continental divide. My girlfriend and I thought it was a car driving off a cliff. And suddenly, nothing in the world was dying. You ever felt that? A split second when nothing in the world is dying? 888 goosebumps. And the next day, I sharpened a tiny axe so I could split the seconds myself. Too much life lives in a moment. To not feed it to the fire in the heart. Too much lives in a moment. To not feed it to the fire in the heart. Slow. A Missoula treehouse filled with candlelight. 143 goosebumps. The Occupus documentary. 54 goosebumps multiplied by 8. The biggest dog in the shelter hiding behind a teacup chihuahua, and the woman who came to adopt a cat, taking all 3 of them home. 1012 goosebumps. There is no escaping the magic show. Beauty caught me and never let me go. And the thing about the world record is, if someone breaks it after me, and they will break it after me, I will love that so much that without even trying, I'll break it again. That was super sweet. I got nothing to say. That was awesome. I remember her reading that. It was super emotional for me and everybody. It was great.